Hello, everyone. I hope you all are safe and healthy. But in between this pandemic, we thought of diverting our attention to something else, which is also important and a part of our routine health, something which is very, very common gynecological problem. And we see many patients with this problem, that is polycystic ovarian syndrome. So, what exactly this polycystic ovarian syndrome is? It is basically a hormonal imbalance in your body which causes your ovaries not to function properly. When I talk about hormonal imbalance, the basic thing which you need to understand is there is a male hormone which is secreted in small quantities in your from your ovaries, but in this polycystic ovaries, this starts secreting in excessive amount. That is male hormone, testosterone, or androgens. And because of this excessive hormone, there are many symptoms which come which are undesirable, like acne, oily skin, hirsutism or excessive facial hair, weight gain, obesity. So, how do we overcome these symptoms is what we are going to talk about. Not all the symptoms, but particularly obesity. Why this obesity? Because it is a stubborn weight gain which happens in the polycystic ovaries. And it is a constant struggle for the girls of polycystic ovary to overcome this weight gain. Now, what exactly happens is there is insulin resistance in your body, which causes normally insulin causes the food that you eat to convert into energy. But there is insulin resistance in the body of polycystic ovaries female. So, this food that you eat is not easily converted into the energy, but it is converted into fat. And this fat is mainly the abdominal fat. And also, we call it as dangerous fat because this also leads to other problems in your life later, like diabetes, heart diseases, endometrial cancer, and many more. So, this weight loss is very, very important to overcome this syndrome. So, we have here Poonam Bhattar, who is a nutrition consultant from Bangalore, who is going to guide us how do we control or modify our diet so that we can overcome this syndrome. So, hi Poonam, can you just tell us what are the do's and don'ts so that this problem, which is a constant struggle for the adolescent girls, can be overcome?
Yeah. Hello, Dr. Prerna. That was really informative. Yeah, as we talk about diet has got an immense role in PCOS. An estimated 1 in 5 Indian women, that is 20% of Indian women, suffer from PCOS. And it is not monitoring in if it is not monitoring in time, the condition can have some serious health impacts. So here I am with you all to discuss some dietary importance for the women with PCOS. So let us begin. Yeah, let me share my screen. Yeah. Dietary modification in PCOS. Their main important point here to talk is portion size, which I mainly concentrate in women in PCOS. Portion size really matters. I have noticed that many of women tend to focus more on what foods to eat and pay very little attention on portion control. No matter how healthy the food is, consuming more food can consuming more food that you need will cause you to gain weight. So the point here is to succeed at PCOS weight loss, you need both portion control and a diet full of healthy choices. So now you might be thinking how to master this portion size. I have two main steps. First step, portion your food or plate. Second step, improve your hunger awareness. So let us see step one. Step one, it is this step is my favorite, one of my favorites, way to measure portion. That is to use your hand as a measuring device. So when you consider your hand, consider your palm determines your protein portions, your fist determines your veggie portions, your cupped hand determines your carb portions, and your thumb determines your fat portion. So remember, for each meal you put on your plate, there should be 1 palm of lean proteins such as beans, peas, lentils, white fleshed fish, low fat cheese. These food are lean protein based. This keeps you full for longer period of time and you won't be adding up to calories. Second point, 1 fist of vegetables or fruits. Include strawberries, green leafy vegetables, dark red fruits, broccoli, cauliflower. These foods are low glycemic. That is, they help you reduce your symptoms of PCOS. Third point, 1 entire thumb of fat dense foods. What are these fat dense foods? These foods are basically omega-3 rich foods. For example, include skimmed milk, nuts and seeds, olive oil, avocado. Because these foods contain omega-3, which help you balance your hormones and also improve your insulin levels. Fourth point, 1 cupped hand of healthy carb dense foods. Include brown rice, whole wheat breads, whole wheat pasta. These foods help to produce productive insulin levels. So remember this portion of your plate so that it will be very helpful for you to easily consume foods, and wherever you go, this portion of hand measuring device is very helpful. See, this is how your PCOS plate look like. Now, second step, develop hunger awareness. Women with PCOS have trouble with hunger awareness for many reasons. Disordered eating is more common in PCOS, and sometimes this may cause you to overeat. This may cause you to overeat. So here, which I've mentioned the points are, please make sure you follow these points and remember it. Never eat while distracted by a computer, television, phone, or while driving. The most common reason for overeating in that is whenever you concentrate on, whenever you get distracted, women, meanwhile, they get very easily distracted when they start eating by watching computer, television, because they don't even realize when they get distracted, they don't even realize that they are overeating. So make sure you don't get distracted while eating. Second point, eat very slowly. See, it takes about 20 minutes for your stomach to send a message to your brain that you're full. Try to spend at least 15 to 20 minutes eating each meal. Third point, if you're trying to lose weight, stop eating before you feel full. Leaving the table once you feel full, feel 80% full, will help you to shed fat. Now, servings of food per day. What to include? How many servings you should include in your diet? Cereals and pulses, take 5 to 7 servings per day. Fruits and vegetables, 2 to 3 servings per day. Milk and poultry, 2 to 3 servings per day. Eat 2 to 3 servings of fish each week if you are non-vegetarian included. Fats, oils, sugar and salt in very small amounts. Now, important point. Some of the important points which I want to mention, the one which you see on your left hand side are, you have to follow those points, and the one which you see on your right hand side, you have to not follow the points. Consume whole grains instead of processed and refined foods to maintain your blood glucose levels and as well as insulin levels. Eat whole fruits and not fruit juices. The reason is same, to maintain blood glucose levels as well as insulin levels. Eat regularly but not frequently. Divide your foods into 3 to 4 meals and eat every 4 to 5 hours to improve your insulin sensitivity as well as and prevent cravings. Adapt to healthy cooking methods like baking, grilling, boiling and steaming instead of deep frying. Deep fried foods are rich in saturated as well as hydrogenated fats and can increase your estrogen production, which can even worsen your PCOS symptoms. And drink at least 3 to 4 liters of water every day. Regular exercise and light workout is very mandatory to keep your symptoms reduced. make sure you consult a nutritionist before switching to any diet plan. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Poonam. I'm sure that this must have helped and must have been beneficial for many of the girls out there who are suffering from a struggle of losing their weight in this PCOS syndrome. And as you all must be aware, the diet has now become one of the very important factor in almost all the diseases that we treat. So stay tuned, and we will be coming soon with many more videos talking about the diet in various diseases. Till then, stay healthy, stay safe.